Generic greetings and welcome to Preview Plus Offworld Trading Company. This is billed as an economic RTS. Now before you turn the video off going, oh, economic game, it's about pluses and minuses and stock markets and short stops and additions and generic currency. No, it's not actually as bad as that. I mean, it is sort of about, you know, all of them things that I've mentioned, but it's also set on Mars, so there's pluses and minuses, I guess. That's Mars in the background there. It's actually a direct feed of Mars via the Hubble telescope. True story, true story. I don't know how much that actually costs, but no, it's sorry, that's a lie. It's a complete fabrication. Anyway. You will settle on Mars with one of several bases, could be like a robotic base or an expansive base, scientific base, whatever, and that will determine how you go along to buying other people out, and you will place factories and mining systems, and you will use the black market to mess people up, and hopefully you'll have a lot of fun doing all of that. So I'm going to jump in and show you a bit of the game, because it's one of them things that you can't really describe to someone what it's like. You just have to show them. There is multiplayer in the game as well as a campaign. I won't be showing you that. I'm just going to show you a quick, probably just a quick play. I might not even get a full game through, just enough to show you the basics. And I do mean the basics because I've only played about 2.5 hours of the game myself. I've gone through all of the tutorial missions and had 2 quick play games, so it very much a preview this one, because although I know the basics, I haven't got a feel of the game just yet. It does take me quite a number of hours to really get to grips with certain things. Anyway, jump in. Also, it's still in development, so the typical disclaimers apply if nothing you see is final and everything is subject to change. You know the rigmarole by now. However, as far as I'm aware, all of the gameplay elements are already in place, so it's just about refinement, bug crunching and polish, basically, as far as I'm aware. So I'm going to go to everything is standard. I'm going to change my handicap to intern because I am garbage, and it's easier because I'll be able to explain the game to you. We'll go to play. Obviously, we're versing 3 AIs there, so this should be quite interesting. Now, first we need to start scanning around. So we've got different we just basically start clicking around and scanning the area because we need to find out what resources are all over the place. Now, depending on what resources we find, we might want to pick a different base. So I'm just going to scan over here. I'm going to head to where these things are, these like little beacon things, because it sort of goes, oh yeah, there's something over there. That's going to be more water, I guess. Obviously, we've only got a certain amount of scan available, and when you place your base, you will actually get there's a little bit of silicon there, I think. You will actually get God, there's nothing around here at all, is there? When you place your base, it'll start scanning everywhere. There's nothing around here. It's all probably up here, but remember, it's at a time. It's on a timer because they'll start placing their stuff as well. So, oh, we've got more here. There's some stuff. What's that? That is carbon. Ah, we found some iron. That's good. More iron. It looks like nobody's found a decent place to put base. Geothermal vent. That's good. We need to place near a geothermal vent. In fact, I think I'm going to settle about here. So there we go. Settle there. And quickly, before I really explain what I'm doing, I'm going to place a geothermal vent there. And I'm going to place an iron mine there. And then a carbon mine there. And that should do me for now. Actually, we'll put a water one there as well. The reason I did that really quickly, I can pause it actually, so I don't know why I did that really quickly. What I'm doing is settling down on all of the resources really, really quickly, because as you can see, there's these little ships that are flying away. Actually, they're not ships, they're just the buildings, so they just sort of float at the moment. Maybe that's going to change, who knows. But either way, I'm settling on these resources because once you settle down, then guess what? That is it. That you don't have an option to, well, you sort of do have an option to take someone else's over, because you can use the black market to wreck them or take them over temporarily and things like that, but it's best to get in there early. The higher the stack, the better, so obviously that is quite a high deposit of iron. Quick rundown of the UI here. Top left, we've got our funds. More funds, the better. Our debt, which is currently 0 on claims, that's how many buildings we can have out. Then we got a big list of, I guess it would be the resources we have, how much we are getting or losing. As you can see, we're at a deficit for most of this stuff here. The quantity that we actually have, and we can plus and minus to sell or buy that there, or buy and sell respectively, and shows you the price per unit as well. And then when we mouse over each one of these, it shows you the buildings that we can use to affect that. So obviously construct an iron mine, we can always press that button there and it opens up everything, so that's fine. Bottom left, we have our upgrade HQ button. When we upgrade our HQ, it will take up more resources, cost some money, and also give us some more claims, which allows us to expand. We've got some special buildings at the bottom there, which are, you know, construct engineering tab. They're not really based on these resources, which is why they're in their own tab. Bottom right, we have our black market, which is only online at a certain time, and it costs money to use the black market options, so for example EMP or buying other claims, things like that. Let's just close that bit there. And on the top right we have our shares that we also, our stock, we also have how much it's worth, and we can speed things up and that sort of thing. If you buy out all of the opponents, then you win. That's basically how the game goes. So as you can see, they've already settled down in a couple of places, so we've got a couple of different HQs. So is it called HQs? What's it called? HQ, yes, I call them bases. HQs. So I've got an expansive HQ. I don't know whether there's something. I don't know whether something's classed as the standard. I don't know if there's a standard HQ, but that's the first one that you will learn when you do the tutorial. And then you've got this one here, which is a scavenger one, which is, yeah, that's an interesting one. They can use the black market a bit more frequently than other people. And then we've got a scientific one. There you go, down there. We haven't actually got a robotic one, which is, I think it's my favourite, actually. I like the robotic one the most. It seems to be the easiest for me to play. Maybe it's just my style or whatever. Anyway, so obviously in the centre, this is where we've got most of our stuff. So there's our building there. When we've got all the buildings here, that says 7 of 20. That's our metal mine under construction. Let's unpause it and we'll crack on with that. Can I go and put a geothermal plant there? I'm going to quickly build it because I want to get there early. And am I going to get there first? I might get there first. Obviously, capturing 2 geothermal vents allows me to get. I've got a lot of money, which is very, very good because, sorry, a lot of power, which because you automatically sell your spare power. All of the buildings require power, so you know you want the power. You want all the power, but I'll have a lot because geothermal vents. I think one of the most, yeah, you get loads of power out of them. Whereas the other stuff, you can build a couple of other things. You can build a solar panel, which only works at daytime, and a wind turbine, which only works on generally like hilly terrain around here, or high exposed terrain. I'm going to upgrade my base because I want to then place another iron mine over there because it's again high in deposits, which is good. So they're going over there. So as I said, the objective of the game is to basically make money, and we can mess the opponent up or we can just focus on our own building. But first things first, I'm not generating any food, so I'm going to build a hydroponic farm, which when I pause it, oh, sabotage auction. Okay. So they're selling something here. High bidder, no bids yet. So, do I want to bother with this? I can buy into this. Sabotage auction. Let's buy that. 2,000. That's going up and up and up. I don't know what's going to happen here. What's going to happen? I think it's going to reduce my stockpile. I'm not going to bid on it. That's far too high for my liking. Let's just build a hydroponic farm there. Sold. That's actually the same hammer as, I'm pretty sure it's the same hammer from Sid Meier's Railroads. That's the only game, really, that I can get away with that is, you know, is sort of fun to play and has economics in it. Or like hard, I wouldn't say hardcore economics, it's very simple, isn't it? But, in fact, there's no comparison at all, really. Oh, there's some, I guess there's some comparison. I think the lead developer of this actually was the same guy that did Civ 4. What a lot of people class as the best of all the Civ games. Right, I've built some hydroponics, and that gives me food. But as you can see, having one of them, it consumes 1 water to produce half food. So I make sure I've got enough water, which it doesn't look like I've got that at the moment. We can build an ice condenser, or we can just place this around here. Oh, look at that. That would be good to place it there, wouldn't it? But that's actually 2.4 water, but it is quite distance away. Do you want to do that, or do you want to keep it close? So you have to, you know, work out, you know, what do you think we should do? I think we'll keep it close to home. Or do we? Yeah, we'll keep it close to home. We'll put it there. There we go. We've got some more iron there as well. We need to get some more fuel, and it consumes 1 water to produce 25... produce a bit of oxygen and also some fuel. Now, you do need that because your buildings or your ships and stuff do consume fuel. When you mouse over it, it tells you what they actually use. So glass furnace, is that right? I might be wrong about what I've just said there about the ships using that. I don't know. I remember something being said in the one of the other HQs. Anyway, as you can see, there's lots of ships going back and forward to collect resources and such and send them about the place. So what I'm going to do, how am I going to make money? Well, what am I going to focus on? Well, what have I got monopoly on at the moment? I've got not monopoly on anything really, but I do have a fairly decent carbon and a fairly good iron at the back there, and another fairly good iron there. And we could, if we wanted to, place another iron one there and get a lot of iron. And work on steel, because steel there requires iron. So let's go for a steel mill. Let's shove it. I don't want to shove our steel mill. I need more claims, so I'm gonna have to upgrade my building once more. As you can see, I'm actually out of claims, so I might have overexpanded already. As I said, I haven't really got a feel of the game so far. If I want to sell my company stock and get a bit of money to upgrade, because as you can see, I'm gonna have to buy a lot of my steel and glass in because I don't have any of them at the moment. But what I'm going to do instead is, I'm going to have to pay my debt by the look of it. We're getting some debt because of I'm not making enough fuel. So, do I want to place another one of them? I can't because I've not got any claims. Let's sell a lot of iron because we've got enough to really sell a lot of that. Then we'll upgrade my HQ. And then we will, I guess, can we sell a bit more carbon? We need to sell... we need to sell a lot of stuff just to keep going here. I need to place another building. If I place it next to another one that does the same thing, you get a little bonus. So we'll place it, I think, there. There we are. And then what I want to do is get some steel, and we'll build that probably there as well. So obviously things are getting expanded, and yeah, everyone is building nicely, and it is real. You know, it's all, everyone's doing the same thing. It's not turn-based or anything like that. It's a real-time strategy, so we have to be very, very careful. Looks like there's some solar panels over there. What I've done, oh, there's some nice iron over there. They're not actually.
Pirates are auctioning their services.
I'm going to place that in there. Get some more iron. Freelance pilots. I can't afford that. I'm on 117 funds. What, you think I can afford that? No, 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 no. There's beverages, lemon tea. Right, I'm going into debt. A lot of debt because of my water, I think. Maybe. Let's just sell some of this iron. And we need to get a bit more water. Total cost too much, basically. I've already overexpanded. And we'll put that there to get some more water. As soon as we're off that, it means we're not gonna...
I hate those filthy bandits.
I hate those filthy bandits. Excellent. Do you want to pay our debt? Paying your debt rises your stock price. Debt accrued when you're running resource deficit. What's it happens? Debt is accrued when you are running resource deficit and have to buy it from the market. Debt is paid back either manually or through driving up surplus. So I'll just let it do it manually, or I could just pay it back. Do you want to pay it back? Nah, I'll leave it as is. I'm not making any funds at the moment because I'm not really selling anything, so I'll sell that. When you've got a lot of spare power, it will automatically start selling that, which is a good thing. So we're on plus everything. That's good. I actually haven't got any aluminium, which is an interesting one. Do I have any aluminium? There is a little aluminium over there, but that's the only little bit that's left. That's interesting. So I've got pretty much iron monopoly. Nobody else has anything else. Obviously, we're paying our debt here. The problem is that we're paying our debt and not making any money. So let's just sell off a lot of this iron now. The iron's not worth a lot because obviously there's so much of it. But what I'll do eventually, I'll work on probably getting a... I think a hacker array up, and then the hacker array can then alter the stock market. But we'll see, we'll see. I probably want to turn it into steel as well, so let's build another steel mill. Again, I'll get a bit of a bonus when I place it there. And I want to start thinking about some of these other things. I need chemicals. Can we make some chemicals? Which you need steel and carbon. Now I've got a lot of that, so we'll place it... Probably... Don't want to place it there. Yeah, shortage, I know. Ah, that's actually a black market thing there. Where do I want to place this? Place it over there? We could do, just for no reason at all. Place it over there. Right. So you can see that actually price is going up. Someone's placed someone's done a shortage option with the hacker array. So if we look around, we'll probably see a hacker array somewhere. Not finding it there. Not finding it there. And I don't know where it is. I don't know whether... Oh, is that it over there? It's a plot. Where's the plot? Oh, I don't want that. It's over there. Dismiss that. We don't want to bother with that. There should be a hacker array somewhere. I just can't find it. Or it's because we have got a massive shortage. It's probably because we've got a huge shortage. Looking for a hacker array, can't find it. I think it's just because there's a huge shortage around the map. We could just place that there and get a bit of aluminium, but I've only got one claim, so I don't want to do that. I do not want to do that. Right. In terms of upgrades, that guy has a... What is it called? It's one of them. An engineering lab. That allows him to upgrade these buildings here. We're actually running a bit low on food, so we need to get some more. What I'll do then is just sell a lot of this stuff here. And then sell a bit of fuel. Yeah, why not? We got enough. And then place that 50% bonus if we place it around here. Place it there. Lovely. Because obviously we don't want to be on a minus, because we'll just end up losing money. So there we go. Right. So we got a fairly good setup now. We've also got the option to start buying patent labs and engineering labs. So I'm going to get... Do I want any of them? Engineering lab is good. Do we have any? We do have a chemical lab up and running. There it is, which is producing 0.6 units of chemical. It is actually taking fuel and taking some carbon. Again, we're running out of water here. We might have to place our water supply. Ah, looks like they've taken that over there. What is really... We've got a real shortage of water. What I'm going to do instead then is build a engineering lab. And I need more claims. Damn it. What can I do? See, I think what I'll end up doing is probably upgrading my base to get more claims, which we need 10 grand to do that. Oh my good grief. We could sell some steel, and we'll get a lot of steel if we sell that. We'll get 8 grand if we sell 100 units of it. There you go. Then we'll upgrade. So I'm now at level 4 and they're at level 212. And I'm going to build a... engineering lab? Yeah, well, oh, do you want to build a patent lab? I'll build one of each, I think. And that'll allow us to upgrade our buildings and also get some sort of patents where we only get a certain bonus to, you know, whatever we actually research. Normally you wouldn't, I don't really know if you would build both. I generally don't build both right away, but I'm doing it just to show you what you can do. Looks like we've got a Sabotage auction pirates. Looks like the most popular resources me, yeah, for the daily for the quarterly report. So I'm producing a lot of steel. Well, we knew that. I really don't know how am I going to afford that 8,000 for the highest bid on that one. No, that's not happening. Right. So oh, I do like the symbols popping up to show you what you're actually buying. It does look very pretty, I must confess. It's very stylized, especially that one there, that was just basically cubes. Same as well, they're all sort of just that, aren't they? Very very simplistic. Very what's the term? Oh, we've got our buildings in there. Patent lab and our engineering lab. Right, let us get some patents up. So we can get units of powered water. We don't want a water engine, that would be bad. That would be minus 50% power consumption. That would be quite good, actually, because we do have a lot of spare... Well, it basically means we'll have spare power and then we can sell the power. I think that's profit from Pleasure Dome. I think we'll go for minus 50% power consumption here. I think we'll go for that. That's needing CO2. Or H2O rather, CO2. H2O, what is there? CO2, yes, I know. I need more water. What I'm going to do then is up my engineering lab and start upgrading my water production, because obviously we have a bit of a problem with that. It does take chemicals to do that, but as you can see, we are making some chemicals. I haven't got a lot of, I've only got one chemical plant, but I'm making a lot of steel. And in fact, I think we need to upgrade our steel at some point as well. But I think I will actually build another steel mill and put it there. Obviously 100% bonus because it's around there. So if you make a big clump, it actually reminds me a bit of a game called Suburbia, which is a board game where when you place, it's hex-based as well, when you place things next to each other, they get bonuses based on industry and things like that. I don't know if the other buildings really affect each other as much. As far as I can tell, they don't. Like, you don't really get a minus. Like if you put, say, your... someone's just EMP'd my 2 upgrade buildings, you little gits. They've just upgraded, they've just EMP'd. That's a black market thing. Yeah, I don't know if putting, say, a steel furnace next to your hydroponic will actually downgrade the hydroponics. As far as I can see, it doesn't. But yeah, look at that. Look at the ground as well. It is very simple, isn't it? And that's obviously ice. Very nice. You can actually mouse over it and it tells you what it is. Look, terrain, dry ice, height, medium, wind, very weak. Because obviously you can get different buildings, like for example that one there, wind turbine, which you'll want to place them around here and here and here instead of there, because you can see you get a little bar that goes up, like the Sims learning level thing, and you can see how much you will actually get. But I'm getting a superconductor. Plus 100% power production when connected to a HQ. Well, I would like that, but I just can't afford it, so it's going to have to go. There we go. Bidding closed. Right. So, looks like shortage of power, which is flying straight up, which is good for me because I have a lot of spare power. Oh, God, look at all that. Numbers! Yeah, metal mine, steel mill, shows you what's using what, but my money's flying up here. Let us sell some steel and some carbon because I've got so much of it, and let's start buying out some of their stock. There you go. I think we'll sell a little bit more. And we'll buy out at least one of each. There we go. My stock's flying up. It's great. Right, so they've almost finished their upgrades. We're on a little bit minus on the water there. But I'm going to buy some water. And we're now on plus 0.1, which is problematic. So we need to, again, go to our engineering tab and upgrade it. I don't know why, but the UI, the game runs fantastically well for something that's obviously still in development, because generally the last thing that comes is optimization and such. But yeah, for some reason the UI is really sluggish for me. Look at that. Like when it doesn't slow, it doesn't. You have to wait for a while, and you know you click and it takes ages to do it. Click, and when I say sell that, it takes a while for it to go down, and it's really weird. Interesting. Anyway, back to our paint lab. Do you want to go for buildings are powered with water? We don't want that. Thinking machines, minus 50% sabotage damage for building adjacent to HQ. That would be quite good. Teleportation, can teleport resources. Costs 7 grand to get that. Now, do we really need that? Well, I haven't really got a distant sort of mine, so there's no real point in that. Buildings which need carbon collected from the atmosphere. Well, we've got a lot of carbon. Slant drilling can mine adjacent tiles. Let's go for that, because it allows us to mine water like around these blocks here. Ah, look at this. We have options to black market someone. Should we do something? Let's use purchase an underground nuke, and then let's say put it there, and we will have that set off. And what happens is it just sort of crumbles it, and as you can see, the water has gone right down. We've got the water goes straight down because I've nuked underground and it's wrecked it. So although that building doesn't get destroyed, it's not producing nowhere near as much water, which is good for me. Fuel, we are losing. Oh, look at that, fuel's going right down. What's this? Looks like we've got a water plot up here. I'm gonna bid on this one. 14 grand, 16 grand. I just want to put it up. I didn't really want the plot. Damn it. I didn't really want the plot, to be honest with you. I just wanted to up the bidding a little bit. That's always the disadvantage of bidding like that, to mess other people up.
Screw with us, and we screw with you.
Oh, thank you for that. They weren't too happy about that, were they? Yeah. Thank you for that black market bid. Oh my good grief! I'm getting EMP'd to death. Look at that. Why have I got 11 grand debt? Let's pay that off. We've got enough to just pay that debt off. So I'll hold shift and just go pay that off. There we go. And we've got a lot of funds, so I can now buy. Yeah, the black market's gone online. Right, do you want some dynamite? Let's agree to disagree. Turning neighbour's most expensive building into a smoking ruin. They're doing some mutinies around here. What do I want to mutiny? I don't know what I want to mutiny. What do I want to mutiny? Could get some more food. Let's mutiny that building there. Mutiny. That one. There we go. So that's mutinying, and now it will eventually become mine for a little bit, and I'm getting that food. And then eventually it will go back and go back to them, which is a shame, really. Anyway, what else do we need to build? Well, we haven't got our hacker array, so we do need to build a hacker array. There we go. So, look at that. I do like them. I don't know why. There's something about these sort of weird settling ponds, the hydroponic farms. Actually, I've just noticed that the tooltip there is actually different. That little picture is different from that there. Maybe that's changed. I do like these sort of settling tank things there. They're pretty cool. I didn't realise that it actually gets louder when you zoom in. Nice. Anyway, right, let's upgrade. I think we'll upgrade. We need to create more steel. Do we want to do that? Let's upgrade our steel production. We probably need to do the same for...
Black market is online.
Yeah, black market's online, is it? We might mess around with that in a moment. I think we need to upgrade our fuel and... we need to upgrade loads of stuff. Probably O2 and then food. We'll just go up there. And as you can see, it is now queued up. That's fine. Right, our hacker array. The hacker array allows us to short, so we can... make the price go up. So I think it's short. Is it called short selling or something? I don't know. Anyway, we can short it. So it sends out disinformation to convince the market there's a steel shortage. What's this? View plot. No, I don't want that. Yeah, so we can say, oh, we got a shortage or we got a surplus. Short and surplus. We'll just short. We'll say short. So what it's going to do is convince everybody we've got a shortage of steel, which will then make the price go straight up, and then I can sell it for a massive profit. Hopefully. Right. I've just noticed you get nice little effects from the all the buildings that generate heat, like out the back of the. There you go. You get little heat waves coming out the back of the ships, and also on the top of the steel mills. Very nice. Speaking of steel mills, how much? So we could probably build another steel mill, couldn't we? Yeah, let's build another steel mill. Do we need any more fuel? I think we do need some fuel. Get a 100% bonus if we put it there. Let's put it there. We're still running a little bit short on water, I think. Oh, we should be alright. It's weird because I've got no aluminium whatsoever. We're not producing any at all. All we're doing is buying it off the market. I do have 15 grand. Who do I want to buy out? Mr. Balanced. Let's start buying him because obviously he's got the highest stock rating and he's level 4, so he's closest to me, I reckon. So I just need to keep buying away and hopefully we'll be able to buy him out. What else do I need to do? Patent lab. Profit from pleasure domes, don't have any. Obviously you can see that nanotech already purchased by Mr. Balanced, so you can't, only one person can get them. Buildings, power, water, no. Buildings collect carbon from the atmosphere, we don't need that. Buildings, power, water, no. What I do really need is that one there. That's level 5, that's an off-world market. You basically launch your stuff in the atmosphere and go like that. So I could go for that, I think. Ah, there you go, look, we've got a shortage now of our steel, so that's flying up, which is good. I'm going to sell loads of carbon because I've got so much of it. Upgrade our building. And then sell some iron because we've got loads of that. And then eventually that's going to stop going up, that steel. And then we're going to sell a lot. Come on, there we go. So, oh my good grief, look at the money we're getting. We just made loads of money. Right, let us get a launch platform. And then I'm going to spend a lot of money. Probably, what else do you want to buy out? I don't think we need anything else, really. 100% power production when connected to HQ. Well, we're not connected to HQ. We're no power buildings. And energy vault. Plus 200% power capacity and stockpile. Don't know what that'll actually do. Let's buy it anyway because we've got the spare chemicals. Let us do... I think we'll go for a... We'll say we've got a shortage of iron because I've got loads of it. Auction pirates. I'm just going to buy it out because I've got so much money. Ha ha ha. Like I said, I put it on the easiest mode just to show you here. So... 18,000? Yep. You want to buy some sand? Nope. Oh, we're buying some rails that go through go through the ground. I'm just thinking of them auctions do remind me of Sid Meier's Railroads, which I love that game. Anyway, let's pay our debt off. We'll pay it off in one bulk go. There we go. And then we will buy out Mr. Balanced a little bit. There we are. Do we want to black market someone? I think what we will do is, do we want to purchase a mutiny? We could. Purchase a mutiny on... What are we short of? Nothing really, but let's actually mutiny their aluminium mine, because then we'll get some aluminium for once. There we go. That's pretty good. There we go. We now have our awaiting orders off-world market, right? We launch our little rocket into space and we sell all of this stuff for a big profit. We could do it for launch 100 chemicals. Total revenue is 72,000. Let's do that. Yep, let's go for that. So it's going to work. It's going to take a while, as you can see. It takes a while to start loading it up, and then it'll go into the stratosphere. Space. It'll go up there. Place pirates on the map to do your dirty work. Place some new arrival transports and they'll hijack them. Where do you want to place these? About there, I think.
Pirates. I hate those filthy bandits. Our hackers have compromised the trading service.
Are we going to see these pirates annoy them? Yeah, when they fly through there, they're going to get a bit annoyed. Right, I was going to blow some more stuff up with the black market, but I think it'll be a bit of a problem. Oh, there's our shortage of the black market working quite well. Let us... what do I want to do? Let's go for thinking machines. We'll get that because we've got the money. And eventually we'll have a lot of iron to sell. Well, we've got a lot of iron to sell. That's not the... Selling the iron is not a problem. It's... Want to upgrade that steel? Why can't we upgrade that? We can't. Well, it won't tell me because the UI is really slow for some reason. Let's just sell our iron before before we really run out of anything. There we go. That's that going down. Right. Let's upgrade our steel production. There we go. Costs a little bit, but that's fine. And then I want to keep buying out Mr. Balanced. I think I've got enough money to really get a lot of his stock. Look at that, loads of stock there. Can I buy out the other guys? 9 grand. I can. What else do I want to do? I want to go for my hacker rate and do a bit of a short sale on our steel again because we've got loads. What's this? Auction cold fusion. Building powered by water. I don't want that. Nope. I don't think anybody wants that either. No, nobody wants that because obviously there's very little water on this place. So no, nobody wants that. Let's do a short on my steel. So obviously it can... we'll get an advantage when it comes to selling later on. What do we want to send? We've got loads of iron. We'll get a bit of a profit if we send loads into space. 18 grand, not much. What about steel? What would we get? 20 rand. I'll wait until it's short and then we can send it into the atmosphere. But you get what the game is like. It's basically about managing your buildings. You can turn them off, so you can click on each one and say turn off, turn all of them off, stop the supply, scrap them, that sort of thing, ship the resources to other places, that sort of thing. And buying out your opponent's stock, play with the black market is fun. And it's one of them games where I saw it and I liked the look of it, but also thought to myself, I'm probably not going to like this game. I thought, even though I like the look of it and like the idea of it, in reality, when I play it, I'm probably not going to like it. But it is the opposite. I really do like it. I don't know what it is about it. It's sort of simple to understand what's going on, but hard to get a feel for, I think. At least that's what I'm getting from. You know, I can understand exactly what the buildings are... I know what the buildings I'm placing. I know what they produce. But I haven't got a feel of how you... I don't really have, like, any build order in mind or anything like that and whatnot. So... it's just getting a feel of it, but yeah, it's very simple principles, which all the best games are, you know, built on very simple principles, easy to understand ones, and then you know, but they intertwine very well.
Compromised the trading servers. Price manipulation begins shortly.
Yeah, there's our price manipulation coming in. Let's say, what do we want to produce more of? We need to produce more chemicals. So again, upgrading stuff. So we'll produce more of that. We want to probably say we've got a shortage of iron, just so I can sell loads of iron. Oh, look at that. Look at the price of steel going right up. And then eventually, once that's gone really far up, I will send my rocket into space. One of the things about... oh, there we go. We'll sell it now. So, sell. And obviously the price goes down because we've just sold loads of it. And we will sell the rocket. I just realised that the rocket, it doesn't really matter about the stock market because you just send it up. So we'll sell that. Can we build more than one of them? I guess we can. Yeah, let's build more than one. Let's keep building. Fantastic. We can build a pleasure dome as well. I'll build one just to show you what it's like. Basically, just gives you a little bit of money. There you go, because people come there and they go, ooh, and they can dance around it and do, you know, whatever they do. I do like the black market as well. The thing is, what's this? Claim auction.
A new claim is available for auction.
It's not showing me where the claim is. I don't want to bother with that. Yeah, the game actually plays very differently depending on... Obviously, the map is all randomly generated, so you're going to get a different game every time. This is the very simple AI, so obviously it goes up by another 20 levels, and it goes up by about 6 or 7 levels, so yeah, it's quite competent. I tried it on normal, and I was getting my ass kicked. The 4 different buildings, is it 4? You've got the expansion, you've got the scavenger, you've got the scientific, and then robotic. They all play very, very differently because the robotic ones don't use food, they don't use oxygen, they don't use fuel, they just use robotics, which is the bottom one there, which nobody's built, I don't think. Oh, there's a rocket going into space and selling things. It looks like we've got a problem with... We've got a surplus of that. That's not good. Let me just sell some resources. It's only... Well, look at that. I'm getting almost no money for that at all. Let's buy out him.
Our hackers have compromised the trading service.
Good, good. Yes, the robotics, they don't use fuel and they don't use water, which is interesting. Let me just click on that one. I'm going to make a bit of money on... I think we'll send some of our chemicals up there. Lovely, lovely. Can we do it again? We do have another one. So we'll send out... Got a lot of CO2 as well, actually. Yeah, we'll do that. And a bit of food. We've got basically a lot of everything. So we'll just sell away there. Sell a lot of water because we've got loads of that now. There we go. I've got loads and loads and loads of stuff. The robotic ones, yeah, they don't use fuel and water and things like that. The scientific ones, they're all about the sort of research and things like that, as you might imagine. So I've only played them once, and it was very briefly. I did the tutorial. And then the scavengers have access to the black market a bit more, as far as I'm aware. Right, we have an option here to buy out Mr. Balanced. Now, he actually already owns Mr. Launch, which is the other AI, so I'm going to buy him out, and then I get all of them. So as you can see, I now own that guy there, that guy's base, and that guy's base there. Hostile takeover, their HQs are gone. So we're just going to sell as much as I really want to here, and then buy out Mr. Upgrade, and there you go, there's a victory. There you go. Very, very simple, very, very easy, and I'm pretty sure that's a Sensation font. And we'll click continue, and that's it. So we can go to stats, and we can have a look at... what I did. I was beating everybody only because I sort of handicapped them. I made them all garbage. But yeah, that is a bit of Offworld Trading Company. I like it. I actually think it's pretty good. I haven't tried it online, and I don't know if I ever will, because I don't think it's the sort of game I'm going to really heavily get into, especially competitively, but I do like just, you know, it's quite a relaxing game, and I do just like placing things and... you know, messing around with the black market stuff, and it's interesting. It's an interesting game. It's very different. Yeah, I'll give a tentative recommendation. Why not? Why not? I haven't played enough to, as I said earlier, get a feel for it, but I like it. I do like it. There is something about it. It's like it's nothing like Democracy 3, but it's one of the things where I played Democracy 3 and went, I'm not going to like this game at all. I'll give it its fair. I always give a game, you know, its fair chance, whatever. I'll give it a try. And I went, I really like this game. And this is the same. I thought, I'm not going to like it because it's about the stocks and buying and selling and things like that. But, you know, it's a lot more than that. And it's just fun. I just think it's quite alright. Looking forward to see how it progresses. But, you know, from what there is there at the moment, it's good. It's pretty good. Links in the description so you can check it out yourself. As always, thanks very much for watching. Take care. And generic partings.